till my headphones went out. I've been thinking. I don't got no charger. Ooh, yeah, I got to have it too. But this ain't gonna go good. Yes, sir. Cause you know this is my writing utensil. Boom, 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 ba-dum, ba-da-doo. Boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, ba-da-doo.
ROJAY is the way you
I've been thinking a lot about everything we've been dreaming. Will we ever make it out of this season? Where we seem like we're defeated and we taking beatings and life keeps repeating. So I get on my knees to pray and ask the Lord why. Would you give us all these gifts and then hang them out to dry? I would think that you would only want the best for us, but everything is at its worst and we can't take no more.
I don't think it's bad, he's done nothing wrong.
So you telling me that we're in control of it?
Let's look at ourselves, we're the ones that fall.
We gotta step it up and get on with it. Let's do this. It's time to stop making excuses. Let's suck it up and go make it happen.
The only thing that you never have is what you grab. The only thing that you never have is what you grab.
Let's do this. It's time to stop making excuses. Let's suck it up and go make it happen.
The only thing that you never have is what you grab. The only thing that you never have is what you grab.
Oh, we cooking with drinks.
Sorry.
You good, baby?
Let me get where I'm at. What did you say? Let me hear it. I'm gonna say all right. Well, you starting it.
Where you want me to go? I'm gonna start at 61 every time from now on.
Okay,
All right, you good, baby? Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I can see it, how to achieve everything we've been dreaming. But first of all, babe, you gotta believe it. Tap into what's in the inner, just keep thinking bigger. Remember you're a winner, now stop acting like the end game is just magic. Don't you think this is predestined? God prepared us for this madness. You've been tested, tried and passed it. Take them hits like you a savage. Hold your head up, babe, don't panic. If we work hard, we will have it.
Let's do this. It's time to stop making excuses. Let's suck it up and go make it happen. Let's do this. It's time to stop making excuses. Let's suck it up and go make it happen.
The only thing that you never have is what you grab. The only thing that you never have is what you grab.
Till next time, we out.
Bye, you guys.
All right. This a spot, ain't it? Come on, content.
Ain't that crazy? Look.
That is actually pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through those real quick and show my.
Shoot! I be like, man, all these snaps. Like,
There
blink,
it
blink,
is.
blink.
It's in the sampler. We can go ahead and just like that. Done. Thank you guys
Yes.
so much. Really.
I be pissed off.
All right. Aside from,
You
and
can
as
go
you
through
guys
the
can
some
see,
of the
I
one
can
play.
go right in here
Yes.
and I can go to my snares. And when I
Candace, Dwayne, I know where to go. I found this. Like a drummer. Like a drummer. Add the triangle and the wah, second half. That's the one. Oh, Jesus. That's a vibe. What up, good people? Da-da-da-da-da-da. What up, good people? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What up, good people? Template, yeah. Song is called. They don't like me. What up? I'm about to share this in a second. My camera good, yeah. My hair good. I gotta brush it with my finger. Yeah. Can y'all see me? Yeah. Can it be up somewhere? Yeah. What up? Alright, I'm straight. I just hope you can hear me. They don't like me. Session. Danny. They don't like me. Live arrangement. Alright. So we got that. So we're gonna put this here. And then we're gonna move this here. Yo, these are a lot of files. Okay, cool. Create new files. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room.
When I come around, she roll her eyes at me.
Oh, I think this one's straight.
Say hi, she act like she can't speak. Talk to respect my elders, but this one's hard for me. Damn, your mama don't like me. But I think mama loves me. Her dad can't stand the sight of me. And your brother wanna fight me. But your sister's got the highs for me. Can't do a damn thing about it. Is it the way it's supposed to be? Supposed to be? Is it me or your family? That
Oh, this gonna be straight.
Is it me or your family? I've got to know. They don't like me, and I don't like them. So where do we go from here? All I know is I know your mama don't like me. I know your sister don't like me. I know your family don't like me, but you do.
Okay, then let me do this. Let me share it. Alright, give me 1 second. Working on. Alright, cool.
But you do. I know your daddy don't like me. I know your brother don't like me. I know your family don't like me. But you do. But you do.
One second, let me do something else. All right, here we go.
When I come around, you all the eyes on me. But your sister's got the highs on me. Can't do a damn thing about it. Is it the way it's supposed to be? Supposed to be.
I'm gonna start with the drums.
Is it me or your family that you choosing? Is it me or your family? I've got to know. They don't like me, and I don't like them. So where do we go from here? All I know is I know your mama don't like me. I know your sister don't like me. I know your family don't like me. But you do, but you do. I know your daddy don't like me. I know your brother don't like me. I know your family don't like me. But you do, but you do. When I come around, she roll her eyes at me. And when I say hi, she act like she can't see. Talk to Reese and my elders, but this one's hard for me. Damn, your mama don't like me. Run away and start a family. House on a hill, we can build.
All right, so I gotta put a question mark by that because I'm not all the way sure. So I got that there, and then let me open another one. This one is called All Over. Let me make a session for it real quick. Yeah, I'm texting Danny now to make sure that I'm doing. In the meantime, I'm gonna open that other session and see what it is. It's called. So I'm gonna put "Don't Like Me" where it's supposed to go, and then this one is called All Over. Save as. I'm literally talking. I'm texting Danny now to cause that record sound like it didn't sound like one that needed an arrangement, but I wanted to be sure. So What's the name of that song I just said? Hold on. Y'all literally catching. So it's called All Over. All Over. Love arrangement. Put all over there. Delete this. Move to trash. Open this all over. Hold on 1 second, y'all. One second. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm going to run a merch commercial in the meantime.
Praise God, y'all. This is Tammy Valier. We're doing a new thing over here. I have collaborated with ROJAY and SHIY to bring y'all some merch. Yes! You can purchase the merch at ROJAYXSHY.com. If you want a hoodie, go grab it. If you want a hat, go grab it. If you want a t-shirt, go grab it. We appreciate your support.
All right, I'm back, and I got what I need up in here. So,
You know I
hey,
feel pleasure
hey,
and pleasing the ladies right. And when I get me well, this what I'm gonna do to her. Check it out. I've got a feeling, and I want you. And I really want you. And you know I found pleasure.
okay, so I think that's the beginning. I gotta match that up. So I would assume that all of these that are long. All right, so I got to organize these tracks. I would assume that all of these that are long need to be cut. So I'm gonna just go based on my assumption. So there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this boom. So if I do this.
Your body.
So not this one. This one. Oh, let me find the BPM. I'm finna mess up. Let me find the BPM first. Okay. Here we go.
You know I found pleasure in pleasing the ladies right. And when I get me well, this what I'm gonna do to her. Check it out. I've got a feeling, and I want you to feel it too. And I really want you so bad that I can't move. And I'm going crazy, just thinking about you all day.
Is this the right song, bro? Danny watching. No, this is all over. So this is the right song. I'll make sure this is the right song. Danny watching, so. So let me go here.
You know I found pleasure.
So first of all, what are long tracks? This all the way down. Boom. If it's the only searching for all of it, then it's like, okay, perfect. I mean, I would rather work with this one anyways.
Californication.
Yeah, I would definitely rather work with this one. Because I have more control.
You know I found pleasure and pleasing the ladies right. And when I get me one, you know I found pleasure. You know I found pleasure in pleasing the ladies right. And when I get me one,
Hold on 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. I'm going to put the phone on mute. Hold on. All right, I'm back, guys. I'm glad I got this though, because this will help me when in the long run. So I'm about to talk to y'all because what was I thinking about, man? I was thinking about something earlier, bro, that I wanted to talk about. Let me see. Oh, I wanted to talk about it's two things I wanted to talk about. Oh, I'm gonna share this because this is good too. Hold on. This is the perfect time for me to talk about it, y'all. So this is the perfect time for me to talk about it. Dang, we did that thing 2 years ago. Wow. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. All right, so let me talk. I want to talk to y'all about something. Maybe people will see this in the replay. Make sure you can see me good. Let me talk straight to the camera. Two things I want to talk about today. That's writers I want to brush my hair so bad. That's writers and music producers. That's the two things I want to talk about. So, here's the dealio. This is what I want to talk about right here. Number one, when it comes to production, when it comes to music production, different producers charge different rates. And what a producer charges is their price, right? I've heard artists be in situations where they complain that a producer's price is too high. I've seen, experienced, and heard of situations where artists try to get producers to lower their prices. And in some situations, if the producer, it's at his discretion if he wants to negotiate, or she, because there's a lot of female producers out there that's going crazy. If he or she is okay with negotiating or bargaining or doing something cheaper for you, that is their that's at their discretion, that's their choice, that's their business. If they don't, however, as an artist, you have to ask yourself this thing. As an artist, ask yourself this question. Am I a professional or semi-professional? What kind of artist am I? Am I a professional recording artist who is looking to turn this music into revenue? Am I a semi-professional artist that's looking to turn this music into revenue? Or am I just a hobbyist artist who's just doing this for fun? As an artist, you have to ask yourself which one of those types of artists are you. That's number one. Number two, according to the answer that you give yourself, that will determine what you feel the value of production is. But here's the kicker. It is not fair for you to dictate what you should pay a producer based on your perception of your own career. Because whatever that producer charges is whatever that producer charges. It's your responsibility to hire a producer that is in line with your dreams, goals, and aspirations. What do I mean? If you know you ain't finna do much work, if you know you ain't finna do no shows, if you know you ain't finna make much money, then you should go to a cheap producer. A producer that's in your price range that'll help you get what you need to get done without it breaking the bank. Now, it is unfair for you to go to a producer, established producer, a producer who produces for a living full-time, that's his job. If he tell you a song costs $1,500 and you say that costs too much, but you plan on doing shows on the back of that music, that ain't fair to the producer. Because for instance, let's say you do a single, the producer charged $1,500. If you are really aspiring to really make noise with their music and you believe in yourself, let's say you charge $500 a show. You could do 3 shows and make that money back, and then everything else you make is profit. You can recoup the money you invested in that single by doing 3 shows if you spent $1,500 on a single and made $500 a show. When you pay for production, you're investing in yourself, and what you're willing to pay is directly related to how you feel about your own artistry. So as artists, you have to get to the place where you are honest with yourself. Like if you finna make an album and then you about to be on the road, touring and gigging, making money off of that album, don't you think that album is worth what it costs? Is it expensive, or do you just not want to pay it? And if it is expensive, you have two options. You should go to somebody who you can afford. That's one. And two, be real with yourself about who, how, and what you are as it relates to being an artist. So I want to encourage all artists to get to the place where they're like, you know what, what do I plan to do with this music, and what do I believe I'm going to make from this music? If you do an album that costs you $10,000 and you are a working artist that charges $1,000 per show, you could do 10 shows and make that 10 grand. Some artists make 12, some artists make 15, some artists make 2,000, some artists make $10,000 a show. So you have to really look at your career, look at your aspirations, look at what you plan to accomplish, and really think about that thing. Like, okay, cool. If I ain't really about to be out here working and I ain't gonna really recoup that money, then I can't afford to spend that much on a producer. That's fine. Then it's your responsibility to find a producer in your price range, not try to talk a producer down who's at a different level in their career. Because that's not fair to them. It's not fair for you to talk down on them because they are unwilling to come down on a price. You should find a producer in your price range. Or have the faith in yourself that this music is going to be so impactful that once you start to do shows and sell merch, you'll make it back. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. The second thing I wanted to talk about was songwriters. I've been thinking about this a lot, and this is a real thing that I want to talk about. Songwriters are important. Artists who do not write songs well, who need songwriters. We live in a world now where most artists are independent artists. Most artists don't have big budgets. Most artists ain't playing on the radio, getting a bunch of publishing checks. And in the traditional sense of the music industry, songwriters normally get paid from publishing if a song is on the radio or in TV or film. So I would like to propose a new structure to people, to artists, to hire if you need a songwriter, hire a songwriter. And when you hire a songwriter, I want to encourage artists and labels, if you're managing an artist and you're trying to get their stuff together, A&Rs, whatever, pay the songwriters like you pay the producers. Let me tell you why. Because the song may be popular enough to get you work, but because we don't have radio, publishing checks are not guaranteed. So if we think like we've always thought in a system that isn't the same anymore, songwriters will end up writing songs that they never get paid for. So we live in a day now where we should show love to songwriters by paying them an upfront fee just like we do producers. Because a song is not guaranteed to be a commercial hit on the radio because people don't even listen to the radio no more. But an amazing song can catapult your career without radio. So if an amazing song does catapult your career without radio, the right thing to do would be to compensate the songwriter on the front end. Another thing I would propose to artists, let's say for instance, you don't have a lot of money up front and you're working with a writer, you're working with a producer. It's a 3-man team, the artist, the writer, and producer. Okay, guys, I'm the artist. Hey, you the writer, you the producer. Hey, guys, I only have a little bit of money. I don't have much money, but I really believe in what I'm doing and I really believe it'll be successful and I really need you guys to help. I would like to pay you a small upfront fee for your time and split everything I make from streaming with y'all evenly. Let me tell you why that will be crazy. Because they not gonna get your show money, but they are still in. You should still compensate them for the success of your career. Because if a song go crazy and you didn't have much money to pay them, it wouldn't be fair if you went off to just like make crazy money and never pay them again. So it's wise for artists to like get with the writer, get with the producer and say, yo, let's just lock in. Let's just be a 3-man team. I'll always pay y'all a little bit up front because it takes time. It takes likes. It takes brain power. It takes energy to make these songs. And then on the back end of the streaming, I'm going to split everything with y'all 3 ways. Boom. And then y'all work hard to make the song a success so that y'all can build the momentum, get the streams up, people can get paid. You can go do your shows after the success of the songs and nobody feels cheated. The thing is, it's like, even though the music industry is in a place where indie artists have to grind from the bottom, it doesn't, instead of independent artists complaining that something costs too much, understand the value of the service of a songwriter and a producer and come up with alternative ways to compensate them fairly. And be upfront. Like, I don't got it. I wish I had it. Y'all are worth a lot. So what can we do? What can we work out? Like splitting streaming should be what all independent artists do when they don't got upfront money. Because at the end of the day, y'all, somebody producing a record for you or somebody writing a song for you, it shouldn't be cheap. And if you plan on using that music, those songs, that production to go out and do concerts to make more money, to use that song as a brand, using that title to put on a shirt to make merch, they ain't getting none of that money, y'all. So it's only fair for you to either pay them a good grip up front or make them or divvy up the back end of streaming. Because there ain't no publishing unless you own radio, TV, or film. It is good to register your songs and make sure your publishing is good just in case you build a brand so big that that does happen. But at the same time, understand it's not the same anymore. And it's like paying $2,000 for a single when you really, really believe in yourself and you really plan to go use that song to make merch and do shows. That's not a lot of money. It's only a lot of money if you have no plans of going out and working the record and doing shows and making money. Or you just don't value people's time and expertise enough, and you may need to write and produce for yourself. But like just saying that costs too much and like guilt tripping producers and songwriters, guilt tripping producers for sure, like guilt tripping them into lowering their prices is not right. It's better to be honest about what you can afford and come up with ways to still compensate these people who play a major part in you having material to go out and do shows, do concerts, do gigs. Producers be in the studio slaving, like, for a little bit of upfront money, and it's like, that's not enough. Over the span of a year, if you make $8, $9, $10,000 over the span of a year off of how dope one song is, you can't tell me that song wasn't worth paying $1,000 to get it made. You can't tell me that song wasn't worth $1,500 to get it made. It made you $10,000. It made you $20,000. What do you mean? If you believe in yourself, if you believe in your artistry, if you believe in your gift and your ability enough to make music to go out and perform, the production is worth the cost. It just makes mathematical sense. I'm going to spend $1,500 to make a song that is going to be incredible. That song is going to be so good that it gets me recognized by promoters and venues and other artists, where I'll start to do shows in different cities and states, and I'll generate in a year $30,000, $10,000, $15,000. If I can spend $1,500 to make $15,000, that don't that make sense? For us to be like, man, I ain't trying to pay all that, man. It don't take all that. It don't cost that much to make a song. These producers do this for a living. They got families. They got kids. They spend hours working on one part, hours working on another part, pulling the session up when you not there. Most producers are mixing and mastering themselves. That means they got 3 jobs. That means if you really paid 3 separate people for real, it'll cost way more than $1,500. Or if you only got $300, then you should partner up with a producer who says $300 is okay. And understand, depending on what level the producer is on, that $300 could be well spent because he's just in a place of growth, or she's in a place of growth, and that's just where they are with their price. Or the producer is just starting out and you're going to have to do more communicating, but because you can afford him, y'all can build and cultivate a sound together and grow, and then y'all grow together. But it's not fair to guilt trip a producer into taking their prices down because you don't feel like paying it. But then you're going to go take that same music and in a year, 10x, 15x the investment. That's not fair to the producer who ain't finna go do these shows with you. That's not fair at all. That's not fair at all. I'm advocating for the producers and the writers tonight, y'all. And as far as songwriters are concerned, like, songwriters are important. Like, songwriters are important. And quartet songwriting is getting to a place where it is becoming non-existent almost. Like, when I listen to records now, I just hear the same lyrics with some different kind of arrangements and tempos and keys and time signatures. But the lyrics are the same. The lyrics are literally some version of a song that I've heard before. Music killing, musicianship crazy, sounding good, harmonies tight, but the lyrics are regurgitated, recycled, and reused. So to have somebody like a Josh Miles, or to have somebody like Mario DeVille Smith, pay them the same way you pay a producer and have that a part of the pot. Yo, so some good songs can be written. Talk to these writers about your experiences. Like, yo, man, my divorce was crazy, and like that time where that legal separation time was tough, bro. And it took a lot, but I was able to get through it. I did this, and this, and I got through it, and now I feel like I'm better now. Mario, what can you cook up? Now you got a song that's tailor-made to your actual experience, and not just regurgitating a Slim and the Supreme Angel song and just putting some synthesizers on it. Pay Mario up front the same way you do your producer, guitar player, bass player, because ain't nobody going to play it on the radio because it's 2023. Pay them up front. Boom. That's how I go. That's a good way to do it. So no matter what the song does or doesn't do, they feel that you paid them up front. And to be honest, if you really working and you really, really believe in yourself and you really, really know that these people are underpaid and you finna go do these shows and you can count on show money, you should be divvying up this streaming with people who helping you create the music. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Because we live in a day now where we really can't afford to pay artists and producers and writers what they worth. So artists, you have to build your brand and really work to recoup what you invest, but also be willing to invest what it actually costs. And if you're in a situation where your money ain't like that, you should be in partnership with your producer and writer. At that point, they shouldn't just be service providers. If you only want them to be service providers, you should pay them for real up front. You should pay them for real up front. If you want them to look out for you on the front, you shouldn't be stingy with what you make on the back. That's only fair. Like, that's just common sense fair. That's common sense fair. It's not right to lowball. It's not right to lowball producers for you to get a song made for you to then go out and multiply your income based on that song that was made. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. And to the artist, yo, hire a songwriter the same way you hire a producer, the same way you hire a guitar player. Bring a songwriter in that same session. Tell them your life story, what happened to you at work today, so that y'all can write a song that is tailor-made to your life and your experiences, so that you can give your community, your tribe, and your audience an authentic experience from you as an artist. Your life, your story, your art. Yeah, that's my spiel. That's my spiel, man. I advocate for producers. I advocate for writers because I am a producer and I am a writer. So I advocate for producers and I advocate for writers. I advocate for artists too, because at the end of the day, we are all artists. And artists, let me talk to y'all. TJ, what up, bro? Artists, let me talk to y'all. Being willing to invest in yourself is a reflection of how you feel about yourself as an artist. Your willingness to invest monetarily, the way you feel about investing monetarily, is directly related to how you feel about yourself as an artist. Bro, I'm talking about artists that lowball producers. I'm talking about songwriters should get paid up front, and I'm telling artists that they should believe in themselves enough to be willing to invest what it costs. Especially if they plan to use that music to go out and do shows to multiply what they invested. Especially if they plan to sell merch. If you plan to sell merch and sell music and get paid for shows, the production price is automatically worth it because that is the marketing tool to get merch sold and shows booked. That is the ticket. That is the key to getting merch sold. That is the key to getting shows booked. The songs. So although the song, okay, let's talk. Okay, it's a music business. Like, you're an independent artist. You can't look at it and say, okay, I don't want to spend $1,500 because the song ain't gonna make $1,500. The song may not make $1,500, but the song is going to give you the opportunity to give you shows that's gonna make $1,500. It automatically, if you have an opportunity to multiply your investment once you have gotten the song done, it makes the song worth however much it costs. And if you truly believe in yourself as an artist, and you believe that once you have gotten this music done, it'll be a game changer for you, your merch, your shows, get your money up and pay what it costs. Get your money up and pay what it costs. Because these producers, these mix engineers, these songwriters, this is how they eat. This is how they pay their bills. Artists, if you have a job and you are looking to really take your artistry serious and not have to work, then that just means instead of going to Starbucks, instead of ordering pizza, instead of having Netflix, you just stack up your bread to be able to afford the productions, do your shows on the weekend until things start to turn, do one song at a time, pay for what it's worth, work the weekend, don't spend no extra money, and boom, slowly but surely. But don't discount or don't try to lowball the people who give you the music that you need to start your career. That's not right. That's not right. If you truly, truly believe in yourself, you have to be willing to invest how much it costs. If you know you have a certain sound and there's a certain wave that you're on, and you know this producer has what it takes and he has a price, just get your money up and do one song at a time. And then go do the shows, go sell the merch to recoup the money. And build and grind and build and grind and build and grind. Okay, I don't have 1,500, but I have 750. And then I'll put you in my distro, kid, so that you can make 25, 30, 45, 50% of the streams. And I'm going to go out here and bust my butt to do these shows to let people know this song is out so that the streaming numbers can get up and that money can be to you. Boom. Grind, grind, grind. But don't shortchange nobody. And we got to pay writers up front, man, because there ain't no, unless there's a TV or movie placement or radio one major radio, more 9 times out of 10, independent artists are not going to be on major radio because of how much it costs to play the radio game. Some people pay $5,000-$10,000 a month to be on the radio for a song to be in heavy rotation. There are local radio stations that you have relationships with that will play your music, but most of the time they're not even set up for you to receive royalties from the station. They kind of just throw the song in the computer and play it. And it's not tracked where you can get paid from it. But it is good promotion and marketing, so you should do that. Because then people will hear it and then they'll go Shazam it, or they'll hit the thing on Snapchat. They'll go listen to the song. The streams will come. The money you couldn't pay the producer and the writer, the streams will generate, and boom, they getting paid. Everybody winning. You doing shows, making money. You recouped your money because of the shows. You sold a couple of hoodies. Boom. That's how it go. That's the vibes. That's the vibes, man. There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it where nobody walks away, where the artists don't walk away feeling like they spent too much money. And the truth of the matter is, unless it's just insanely high, if a producer costs that much, so much so that you feel it's insanely high, that means that producer is on a level that you as an artist haven't gotten to. There are artists on that level where that $1,500 is cool. Like they could pay it with no problem. If you're a $500 artist, it's better. It's less of an insult to find a $500 producer than to make a $1,500 producer feel bad for how much he charges. That's like, you don't do that at Chipotle. When you get ready to buy your tires, if it costs $300 a tire at this place, if you feel that's too expensive, they not dropping the price. You just gonna go to another tire place. You may just get a used tire for $40 just to get you through. That's the same thing you got to do with this music. And there's nothing wrong with it. What you can afford is what you can afford. What you believe about your artistry is what you believe about your artistry. But what is not okay is when you try to make people feel bad because of what you can't afford or what you are not willing to pay. That's the part that's not fair. And with the songwriters, we got to start paying songwriters up front because there ain't no publishing. There's not enough publishing for songwriters to wait for publishing before they get paid. So you may be in a situation where you pay a producer $1,000. He gets paid out of that. He produces, mixes, and masters, and may have to pay a couple of musicians out of that. You pay him $1,000. You pay the songwriter $500. Baby, there you go. $1,500 per song. You divvy it up until you get it, and then you go work it. You go work the record. You go sell the merch. You go do the shows. If you believe in your art, if you believe in your artistry, if you believe in your gift that much, then you're sure that you'll make the money back, and it makes sense to invest it. And if it doesn't make sense to invest it, you should go back and look at how you feel about your artistry, not complain about how much it costs to get the music made. That lack of certainty or that lack of faith or that lack of belief in your own self is something you should really look into. I love y'all. This has been real. The vibes were good. Thank y'all for watching. As my wife will say, we going somewhere. We don't know where we going, but when we get there, we're going to celebrate with y'all. Y'all been rocking with us every day. That's crazy. Y'all share this post with artists, songwriters, and producers. Let's see how people feel about it. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.